Hello fellow YouTubers and 1/6 scale collectors. This is my very first Hot Toys review video. I've only been into Hot Toys for about 6 months now. I've been collecting for 6 months. So far I've got 2, 4, 6, 8. I've only got 9 figures so far. I've got a few on pre-order. I didn't realise how big the YouTube community was for Hot Toys until I started doing searches and thought there were a lot of people putting on reviews, unboxings, etc. I thought, you know what, that looks like fun. That I'm a collector, I like these figures, I want to put my sort of thoughts and feelings about how I feel about them out there on YouTube. So I say this is my very first video. I hope you enjoy it. I went out and bought myself a cheap camcorder and a cheap tripod, which I'm sure you'll be able to tell it's a cheap tripod when it starts jerking about all over the place. But yeah, so I thought, well, with it being my first Hot Toys review, I thought I should start it off with my very first Hot Toys figure that I bought, which was the Iron Man Mark 1 2.0. As you're probably aware, Hot Toys made 2 of these. They made the first one, which was a Mark 1. I'm not too sure how long ago it was, but then they released the Mark 1 2.0, had a bit of a better head sculpt, and just looked all around a better figure. So this is not an unboxing because I've already unboxed it and already put it out in the cabinet, so I'm not going to put them all back in the packaging and re-unbox them again. But obviously I'm still going to do a review on the packaging as well. So let's start off with the stuff, the packaging, the outer packaging that it comes in. Obviously it's quite straightforward. It comes in a plain cardboard box with the Hot Toys logo at the bottom, and it tells you what the figure is. And it does that on both sides, as you can see, made in China. And that's just basically the outer packaging of the Hot Toys figure. So let's have a look at the actual outer packaging for the figure. So here we go, here's the packaging for the Iron Man Mark 1 2.0. I've always thought Hot Toys do a really good job with the packaging. It almost seems like they've spent as much time doing the packaging as they do on the figures themselves. And this is no exception really. As you can see, it's made to look like the Mark 1 armour. I'll just do a bit of a 360. Obviously that on the back just tells you the information. Warning, choking hazard. I don't know who's going to put one of these in their mouths, but there you go. And this outer piece of plastic here, if I just remove it, it's obviously just got a plain packaging, but you can see it says Stark there. And as you can see, this part here is just made to look like the armour of the Mark 1. But as I say, I think Hot Toys always do a good job with the packaging. The Avengers packaging recently, even though it's quite plain, does look really nice. And obviously I'll be putting a video up probably within the next week or two of the Avengers Hot Toys figures that I've got. But that's the packaging. So anyway, let's get to the main event and let's have a look at the actual figure itself. And here we have it. This is the Iron Man Mark 1 2.0 Tony Stark figure. Now, if you're watching this, you already know why Tony makes the Mark 1. This is when he's at the start of the film, when he's in the caves. I think it's Afghanistan, is it? And he creates his suit to escape his captors. And I really love this figure. It's a really nice figure. I mean, the attention to detail is just phenomenal on it. I mean, if you look at all the sort of separate pieces that it's got on it, and I'm just wondering how many of these figures Hot Toys actually made. I mean, I'm just guessing here, but 1,000 maybe. I'm sort of guessing there of how many it could be. But if you can imagine how many hours it took for all these pieces to get put together by by the Hot Toys makers, and to put it all together, it must have took a long time. Just going to do a bit of a 360. The front of it looks really nice, but I think the back is where all the detail is, personally. Especially with that bit there, the engine part, I suppose is the best way to describe it. With all the servos and the motors. Really nice figure, and you can see at the side it's got all the servos, the hydraulics. Obviously they're not real hydraulics, but they're made to look like that. That's on both sides for the legs. Let's have a quick look at the head. Now this figure comes with a helmet which flips up like that, and then obviously you've got the Tony Stark head sculpt, which is quite a nice head sculpt. Obviously at the moment you've got quite a lot of Tony Stark head sculpts coming out. You can't remove the head, I don't think you can anyway. I'm sure you can if you really tried, but I wouldn't recommend it. That helmet there is sort of, the whole helmet, the back of it is sort of stuck on, glued on, I would imagine. But it closes up. And obviously you can display it either. You can either display it with it open or display it closed. Hope the video looks okay. As I say, it was only a cheap camcorder that I bought. I like this bit with the flamethrower accessory. Obviously I'll go through the accessories very shortly. Let's have a quick look at the base. Obviously it's a typical Hot Toys base with the stand at the back to obviously hold the figure up. But nowadays Hot Toys tend to do a lot of bases that sort of match the actual figure that come with it. If you look at the Dark Knight one and the Bane one, and also the classic Predator and quite the other Predator ones, the bases tend to match the actual figure itself, and this is no exception. As you can see, it's got what looks like ammo, bullets, and obviously you've got this this missile here which obviously says Stark Industries. But as I said, that's the figure itself. Really nice figure. And let's have a look at the accessories that come with the figure itself. These are the accessories that you get with the figure. Not many accessories with this one. Obviously, as well as the base, the stand, and the I don't know what you call the bit that holds the figure up, but I'll just call it the base and the stand. You don't get many accessories. Obviously you get the instructions, which just basically tell you how to sort out the battery for the LED, because I forgot to mention that there's LEDs obviously on the arc reactor, which is the centre of the figure, and also I think there's an LED on his left arm that can light up. Obviously you get a couple of pegs just in case any of those, the ones you've already got with the figure, break. You've got a left closed fist, and also a right closed fist. The only sort of main accessory that you really get with this figure is the flame. Now I've not tried this yet. I've not fitted it to the figure itself. I've had it posed just with the as it is. Obviously, what I'm going to do is I've only had these figures out on display for a short time. So what I'm going to do is once a month I may just repose them into different poses, and I'll probably put the flamethrower flame on it. Obviously to fit this, just for example, obviously it attaches to his right hand. Obviously you take the hand it's got off, and then you put that on, and then you clip that on like that. I think it goes underneath actually. Yes, it does, it goes underneath. So yeah, not many accessories for this one. But if you think back to the film, it doesn't really do that a lot in the film, apart from beat a lot of people up, use a flamethrower, and then sort of rocket off into the sky. So yeah, so Very basic accessories, but obviously they do exactly what they need to, and gives a pretty accurate portrayal of what he's seen to do on the film, especially with the flame. And obviously this is obviously just plastic, and it is really nice. It does look really well sculpted, and does look like flames. But there you go. So we'll just have one last look at the figure, and then obviously we'll finish the video off. See, we've got the figure and the packaging together. Just a few final thoughts now before I end the video. As I said, it's a really nice figure. A bit difficult to pose, obviously with all the plastic parts, but it does look really nice on display. I particularly like the base for it, with the Stark Industries written on the missile. Yeah, really nice figure. I'm going to put some other videos up over the next couple of weeks of all the other figures that I've got. Please give it a like if you like it. Please give us a comment. Obviously, positive, constructive comments welcomed. Not so much the negative, but obviously with the internet being like it is now, there's probably a lot of hate. But obviously, if you're a fellow collector, hopefully you'll like this video. If not, well, you don't. But I'm not really doing it for you. I'm doing it for me. Looks like a lot of fun doing all these videos on YouTube. I particularly like Clipper King's videos. He says what goes through his head, but he also puts some good videos up with some good poses. Got a lot of figures. Obviously, I've not got as many figures in. I've only got 9 figures at the moment. I've got I've got 1 on the way, and I've got another 3 on pre-order. So I'm going to have to get probably another detailed cabinet, I would imagine, in the next month or 2, which the wife won't be happy about. Yeah, the wife likes to call these my dolls. Obviously, you and I both know they're not dolls. They're not to be played with. They're to be looked at, posed, and admired, I suppose is the best word to use. But yeah, final thoughts on the Mark 1. Hope you like it. I would recommend getting the figure if you've not already done so. I think it cost me about 150 quid. I can't remember if I bought it from eBay or from a website. I can't remember. The website that I've been using to buy figures from is Model Zone. But I've been looking at other sites such as The Good, The Bad and The Robots and Toy HQ. Obviously a lot of pre-orders are sold out now. But there you go. So let's have one last look at the figure. Have a bit of zoom in, and then I'll end the video. So yeah. Iron Man Mark 1 2.0. Okay, thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. And I'll see you soon.